beautiful people, and welcome back to TopNoteByA. Today I'm sharing the fragrances I wore last week. For last week I stuck to a theme, so I did Arabian week. If you follow me on Instagram, I did post most of the fragrance reels and pictures that I post. I themed it Arabian week, so that's what I did. The first fragrance that I wore was on Monday morning. I wore this beautiful fragrance from Al Aramein called JUNOON Noir. Very beautiful, kumquat, lime, vanilla, cedar, sandalwood, orris and iris. Is powdery. The fragrance is powdery. It's vanillic. It lasts very long. Performs very well. Sillage, longevity, scent bubble, all the check marks this fragrance has. So it performed exceptionally well for me on Monday. I move on. Tuesday I wore another Al Aramein fragrance, and this is VELENCIA FEMME. VELENCIA FEMME. This fragrance is fruity, is woody, is powdery. This has been compared to Adventist For Her by Creed. I don't own Adventist For Her, but then I have another fragrance that gives me Adventist For Men vibes, and I also own Adventist For Men for my husband. So, my husband owns Adventist for, Adventist, Creed Adventist. And this fragrance did give me Creed Adventist vibes, but where it started was the dry down. The dry down for this particular fragrance is very woody, especially on my skin. On my clothes, it remained fruity and sweet, but on my skin, the dry down is woody and a little bit citrusy. But the fragrance performed very, very well. So I do get why some people compare this fragrance to Creed Adventist For Her. Once again, I don't own Creed Adventist For Her, but I own Achivat from Nishane, and my husband has Creed Adventist, and it did give me that vibe. But then again, the dry down is different from what I have experienced with Achivat. I move on. Wednesday, we went with Swiss Arabian. So this is new to my collection, and I put it on the night that I got this. So I put this on Tuesday night, but just to try it out. And then Wednesday morning, I used this fragrance called Valencia from Swiss Arabian. It's citrus, it's rose, it's fresh, it's powdery, a little woody. It opens with apple, lemon, bergamot. It has rose, it has jasmine, it has sandalwood, and some powdery notes. And it dries down very powdery. It dries down very beautifully. It performs very well. It did last me about 7 to 8 hours, this particular fragrance. And for me, I love the rose in this fragrance. So it gave me that powdery rose vibes. That is what I got from this particular fragrance on Wednesday. But I did test it out on Tuesday. I move on. Guys, we made it to Thursday. So on Thursday, I did a combination of Casablanca by Swiss Arabian and KHAMRAH by Latafa. The combination was fire. These two combination, fire. The caramel, the apple, the grapes, the date, the praline, the vanilla in here. It was such a vibe. This fragrance combination was very long lasting. It lasts very well. It was so sweet on my skin, but not chlorine sweet. It was sweet, it was vanillic, it was fruity. Very good fragrance combination. I don't know how I came out with this, but the combination was fire, if I say so myself. I move on. This was also new to my collection, and I was trying it out. So SHAGHAF Oud by Swiss Arabian. If you guys get a theme, I was going for, like I said in the beginning, I was going for my Arabian week. So all the fragrances are Middle Eastern fragrances. SHAGHAF Oud has been compared to Oud Bouquet by Maison Lancôme, and I can actually agree with that because I do own Oud Bouquet. This one for me is a little bit sweeter than Oud Bouquet, but then the fragrance is sweet, it's woody, It's woody, it's woody, it's vanillic, a little spicy, slightly latonic. It opens with saffron. Middle has agarwood, rose. The base has praline, vanilla, and another agarwood. Very beautiful fragrance, very well made fragrance, very compatible or comparable to Oud Bouquet by Lancome. I really cannot tell the difference, except the difference that I can actually tell on my skin is that this is a little sweeter on my skin than Maison Lancome Oud Bouquet. That is the only difference that I can tell. But when I spray it side by side, you know, it's almost the same fragrance. I will give this like 98% dupe of Oud Bouquet by Maison Lancome. This fragrance gave me a good 10 hours. It lasts very long, especially if you spray it both on your skin and then in your clothes. It lasts for a day and a half. I washed my clothes that I wore that day. On Friday, I washed that clothes and I could still smell this after this has been through the wash and also the dryer. So yeah, Swiss Arabian SHAGHAF Oud is that girl, and I have fallen in love with this particular fragrance already. I move on. Guys, so we made it to Saturday. Saturday, I did a combination fragrance. So I did Choco, Musk, and Vanilla 28. This vanilla, jasmine, tonka bean, brown sugar. This has vanilla, it has chocolate, it has milk chocolate. This fragrance mixed with this fragrance, it's a vibe, because this fragrance on its own doesn't last at all. It's not a long lasting fragrance. I couldn't even get an hour with this fragrance. But what I did was, when I mixed the two together and I spray like 10 and I spray 10 times both of them, so like 20 sprays, and the combination was long lasting. It was chocolatey. It was like you drinking chocolate drink, like chocolate milkshake. That is what I got from the two. This two combination gave me chocolate milkshake on my skin, and then it lasts very long. It gave me a good maybe 6 to 7 hours that I can still smell this fragrance on my skin. I move on. So yesterday, which was Sunday, I wore this fragrance from Lattafa, and this is called FAKHAR Rose. This fragrance did it. This fragrance yesterday, when I wore it, I couldn't figure it out, the longevity. For some reason, I'm thinking it gave me about 4 hours, because honest to God, after the 4th hour, I wasn't getting any compliments anymore. So I'm thinking like, okay, 4 hours. But the scent is white floral. It has aldehyde, it has lily, it has tuberose, it has gardenia, honeysuckle, ambroxan, vanilla, white musk, and also sandalwood. So it became very creamy around the 4th hour. It was creamy on my skin, it was fruity on my skin, it was sweet on my skin. But then after the 4th hour, I couldn't smell the fragrance anymore on my skin. And then when I put it also on my clothes, and when I smell it, it's very faint. But then I came home and my in-law told me, oh, you smell so good, I can still smell your fragrance. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this is performing. Even though I couldn't smell it, somebody else was smelling it on me. After 12 hours, somebody else in this house said, you smell good, I can still smell your fragrance. So for that, this is a good buy. For that, this is very long lasting, because even though I couldn't smell the fragrance on me, my in-law told me that she could smell it and she said it was beautiful. I move on. Guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you have watched it to the end and you like what you see but you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Join the Top Note family. And also thumbs up the video. It helps the channel out. It helps YouTube place the video so that other people can be introduced to the channel. Until I see you on another video, stay blessed, smell fabulous, and bye for now.